So, ang probability ng ating given problem na ang lahat ay darating is also equal to what? Ano kasi yung probability na darating yung mga person na in-invite sa isang event?
1/8 po.
So 1/8 pa rin. Let me write 1/8. And 1/8 is also 0.125. Pareho lang. Yan. Now, let's have a review of all the rules that we have mentioned kanina. Now, kung paano natin naanap, okay, no? Kung paano natin naanap ang bawat probability na itinanong ko kanina to make it very clear to all of you. Okay, papasukin ko muna yung iba. Okay, so this is it. Balikan ko yung kanina, no? I-back ko lang siya. Yan. Okay, look at this. The classic probability of an event A is determined by the ratio between number of favorable outcomes and the total number of possible outcomes, N. So basically, yung rule number 1, nai-apply natin yan sa pagkakalculate natin ng mga probability na ipinakita ko at present dito. Yan, yung kung paano natin nahanap yung 0.375 sa probability na isa lang ang darating, in-apply natin yung rule number 1. Probability na dalawa lang ang darating, we have again applied the rule number 1. That's why we obtain a result of 0.375. And then, the next one, probability na walang darating, 1/8. Kaya nakahanap tayo ng 0.125. In-apply ko din ay yung rule number 1. Probability na lahat sila darating, 1/8. In-apply ko rin ang rule number 1. Klaro ba ang rule number 1 ngayon? Klaro ba? Hello?
Yes po.
Okay. So yung 8, ito yung total number of outcomes natin. Ito yung possible event that may occur. Kasi pinag-uusapan, isa lang ang darating eh. Kaya 3 lang. Kasi binilang natin na yung isa lang ang darating, 3 lang yung possible event that may occur. Na darating si A, darating si B, or darating si C. Kaya 3/8 siya. So that is rule number 1. Now going back to rule number 2. Para lang klaro, no? Gamit ang halimbawang yan. Okay. Return ko lang. The probability of non-occurrence of the event A is called the probability of failure of occurrence and is denoted by P of A prime. Ito, no? P of A prime is simply equal to this. Para hindi na lang kayo mahirapan. 1 minus P of A. So, possible question that I may ask you in the exam. Ano yung probability na walang isang darating? Di ba? Ang dali lang. Ano yung probability na walang isang darating? Ibig sabihin, hindi pwedeng isa lang yung darating. Okay. Ano yung probability na sa mga darating, walang isa lang? Ano yung sagot?
5/8 po.
5/8. It is because 1 minus, di ba nung tinanong ko, ano yung probability na isa lang ang darating? 3/8. Eh di 1 minus 3/8. And then what is 1 then? Pwede ko namang i-express yung 1 ng ganito eh. Sulat ko siya, no? Halimbawa, sinulat ko P of A prime. Yan. Na isa lang yung darating, no? P of 1, yan. A prime is equal to 1 minus 3/8. Yan. Yung 1 kasi, pwede ko namang isulat na 8/8. Kung ano yung denominator dito, doblein ko lang dito, numerator and denominator, shortcut. 8/8 minus 3/8 is 5/8. So, ganun lang kadali. Ano yung probability na walang isa lang ang darating? So, yun yung probability of non-occurrence. That is rule number 2. Can you follow?
Yes po, sir.
Yes po.
Okay, so that's it. So, naintindihan na yung rule number 2. Now, rule number 3. Balikan ko yung rule number 3 para mas klaro. Hindi pwedeng umusad tayo na hindi nyo naintindihan ang ibig sabihin. For an event A, the probability will lie between 0 and 1. Okay? Ngayon, kung papansinin natin lahat ng mga outcome natin, and even with the non occurrence, lahat sila in between 0 and 1. Tama ba ako? Probability na silang darating 0.375 between 0 and 1. Tama. Probability na dalawa ng darating 0.375 between 0 and 1. Tama. And then the next one, 0.125 is also between 0 and 1. And then probability na lahat sila darating 0.125 again between 0 and 1. Probability na walang isa lang ang darating 5/8 if you're going to reduce this or express this into decimal, I think between 0 and 1 pa rin yan. So ibig sabihin, yun ang rule number 3. Satisfy siya. Nagigets ba natin?
Yes po.
Okay, now, ano yung rule number 4? Balikan ko yung rule number 4 para lang mas klaro. The sum of probabilities in a given statement is always 1. Okay? Lahat ng nandirito na na-obtain natin, probability na isa lang ang darating, probability na dalawa lang darating, probability na walang darating, probability na darating lahat, i-add natin lahat ang mga yan. Kapag tinotal ninyo yung apat na yan, ang value is always equal to 1. Gets ba natin ang ibig sabihin ng rule number 4? Klaro ba?
Opo, sir.
Okay, now, if I will change the question like this, no? Palitan ko yung tanong. Okay, delete ko muna yung mga nakasulat yan. What if kung ginawa ko siyang ganito, no? Tingnan ko nga yung imagination ninyo. What if I'll change the question and make it this way? Gusto ko, diktahan ninyo ako ng mga sagot dito. Hindi pwedeng umusad ako nang walang nagpe-perform sa inyo ng mga data. Nagbibigay sa akin ng info para ma-sure ko naman na naintindihan ninyo yung ginagawa natin. Okay, eto no. Dagdagan ko yung elements ng ating set. Okay, always remember this. Okay, no? Ito. Brain ko lang yung brace dito sa dulo. What if gawin ko nga 4 yan? What will then be our sample space? Okay, ano yung sample space natin? What will then be our sample space here? Yung totality of all outcomes, total possible outcomes natin. Anong total? Paki-calculate? Kakapaliwanag ko lang kanina.
16 po, sir.
Okay, so 16. So total possible outcome or the sample space that we have is actually 16. Okay. Now, if I will ask you, kahit na hindi mo na ilista isa-isa yung mga yan, ano? Okay, this is the first question. Ano yung probability na walang darating? Okay, sige nga. Ano yung probability na walang darating sa 4 na people na pinapapunta sa isang event?
1/16 po.
1/16. Okay, take note of that. Anong probability na darating lahat? Di ba? P4 yun. 4 lang eh. What is then the result?
1/16 din po.
1/16. Now, the next question is, ano yung probability na dalawa lang ang darating? Yan. So, easy to calculate yan, no? May bibigay ko yung pattern ng pagbibilang. Kapag marunong ka ng set, sisyo yan eh. Ito yung discarded yan eh. Para hindi kayo mahirapang magbilang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ay, nako. Sige, bilangin nyo muna. Ilan ba?
Hindi po 6/16, sir.
Subukan natin, no? Ito. Ganito yung pattern, no? 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. Did you see it? The pattern that I did? Nakita ba
Yes
niyo?
po, sir.
So 6
Ganun
over
rin po yung ginawa
16.
ko, sir.
Okay, very good. So hindi muna natin sila i-reduce sa lowest term. Pero ipakita ko na, sige, 3 over 8 yan, no? Divide both by 2. So to reduce it to lowest term. Okay. Okay, ano yung probability na tatlo lang ang darating? So that's the next question.
Four over 16.
4 over 16. Okay, tinan natin, no? Brain ko lang yung mga nakasulat sa taas. Bakit kaya 4 over 16? Okay, tinan natin, no? So let me show you another pattern. Ito yung pattern. Una, bakit kaya 4? A, B, C. Okay, ang hirap magsulat. School eh. O una is A, B, C. Okay, A, B, C. 1, 2, 3. Yan. A, B, D. A, C, D. And B, C, D. So definitely 4 over 16. Okay, 4 over 16 na, no? So, yung 4 over 16 kapag reduce ko lang sa lowest term yan, ilan? 1/4. 1/4. Okay. Probability na tatlo lang ang darating is 1/4. So ano naman yung probability na isa lang ang darating? What do you think?
Pakiulit po, sir.
Ano yung probability na isa lang ang darating?
4 over 16
4
po,
over
sir.
16. Okay, tama.
1/4 po.
1/4. Okay, tingnan niyo ha. 1/4. Okay, dali na lang yan eh. Kung yan lang ibibigay sa board exam, putong-puto sa inyo, no? Okay. Kung ganito yung tanong ko, ano yung probability na walang isang darating?
One over 16 po, sir.
Ano yung probability na walang isa lang ang darating? Di ba? Probability of non occurrence.
3/4 po or 12 over 16.
Okay, very
12
good.
over 16 po, sir.
Kasi 1 minus 4 over 16 is 12 over 16. Kasi nga yung 1, pwede kong i-convert yun ng 16 over 16. So 16 over 16 minus 4 over 16 is 12 over 16 or 3/4. So tama si Jeline. So ganun lang kadali yun. O, halimbawa, question ko, ano yung probability na hindi mangyayaring lahat sila darating?
Fifteen over 16 po.
15 over 16. Very good. Kasi 1 minus 1 over 16 and that is equal to 16 over 16 minus 1 over 16 or 15 over 16. So yun yung rule number 2 na in-apply natin. Kanina, yung rule number 1, in-apply natin for every possible event that may occur. Ano yung probability? Ano yung probability na walang darating? Rule number 1, in-apply natin para mahanap yung sagot doon. Ano yung probability na lahat sila darating? Rule number 1 pa rin. Iyon, nung nagtanong ako ano yung probability na ano yung probability na hindi mangyayaring walang darating? That is probability of non-occurrence. Rule number 2. Tingnan nyo, kung lahat ng mga yan, i-convert natin sa decimal, isn't it that each of them, bawat kasagutan sa bawat probability na itinanong ko, between 0 and 1, tama ba ako? Wala namang negative dyan eh. Basically,
Yes
kapag
po.
mataas ang denominator kasi sa numerator, definitely less than 1 yan. Sa rule of decimal and fraction. Ngayon, kapag in-add ko lahat yan, tingnan niyo lang yung mga may denominator na 16. Ano ba ang total? Kapag in-add natin lahat ng mga result natin sa probability na kinompute natin, yung 5. From
1 po.
1 o 16 over 16. So, yun yung rule number 4. So, satisfy ba kayo sa classical probability kung anong ibig sabihin?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, so ganun lang
Yes
kasimple
po, sir.
yun. Mahirap kasi mag-solve tayo ng mga mahihirap na datos nang hindi naman natin naiintindihan yung ibig sabihin ng inaaral natin. So, ibig sabihin yan, kahit kayo, pwede kayong lumikha ng sarili ninyong halimbawa. Masasabi mong natutunan mo lang talaga yung pinag-aaralan mo kung ikaw mismo kaya mong mag-create ng sarili mong example. Hindi yung kaya mo lang mag-solve ng problem. Kailangan marunong ka rin mag-create ng problem. Kasi into reality, most of us, madalas, in reality, nakakagawa tayo ng mga problema sa buhay. Kaya kailangan, alam din natin lutasin. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, ito yung mga sample problem na inianda ko. And I want to see how good you are now kapag susolve ng probability. Pakiyo muna yung audio, Ralph. Okay, Ralph, pakiyo muna yung audio na naririnig namin. Okay? Okay, example number 1. A coin is tossed. What is the probability of getting 2 heads? What is the probability of getting a head on the first toss and a tail on the second toss? What do you think will be the answer for what is the probability of getting 2 heads if a coin is tossed twice? What do you think?
One-fourth po.
1/4. Okay. So kung sabi ni Jeline, 1/4, no? Mamaya makikita natin. O sagot sa number 1 daw, 1/4. So probability of getting 2 heads. So siguro kung dalawang toss yan, first toss, ed. Okay, ed. Pwede namang ed tail yan. Okay, pwede namang tail head yan. Or pwede din namang parehong tails yan, no? Tail, tail. So, all in all, 4. So, yung sample space natin, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, isa lang yung possible event that may occur na parehong head. So, 1/4. I think tama si Jeline dyan, no? Okay, how about the second one? Ano sagot?
One-fourth din po.
1/4 kasi ito yung first toss daw is ed eh. Second toss is tail. So, ito lang yun eh. Ed tail eh. First, second toss. So, I think 1/4 pareho nga. So, 1/4 dito, anak, no? So, let us see kung tama si Jeline. Solution number 1. Yan, yung sample space natin ay pinakita ko sa taas. 1/4. So, very good. How about the next one? Ed tail is also 1/4. So, tama pareho yung mga sagot ninyo. Okay, is it very clear? Example number 1?
Yes po, sir. Yes po.
So, let's proceed to another one. If a pair of dice, if a pair of pair dice is rolled, dalawa sila. What is the probability of rolling a sum of 2? Yan. Na-explain ko na sa inyo last time yung taktika dyan. Kapag sum of 2, ano yung sagot? Probability na makakuha tayo ng sum of 2.
1/4.
Ano sagot?
1 po.
1 over? Hello, hello? Class? Are you still with me? Hello, hello, hello?
Yes po, sir.
Ano yung sagot? Ano yung probability na makakakuha tayo ng sum of 2 kapag renol ko yung dalawang dice? I've discussed this to you last time. Yung 1 over? Sum of 2,
1
no?
over 6 po, sir.
1 over?
6 po, sir.
1 over 6? Dalawa yung dice.
1
1 over 12 po, sir.
1 over 12 po, sir.
1 over 12. Sure kayo? Jeline, ikaw anak. Ano sagot mo dito?
1/36, sir.
Sino nagsagot? Is that sino yung nag-answer? Last, dalawa tamo. Please cooperate and focus and sumagot naman kayo. Okay, what's happening with us? Please respond.
Si Alan po, sir.
Alan, ano sagot mo? 1/36.
Yes, sir.
Kasabi kayo na, alway tangya ko mo sasabi. Okay? So sabi niya 1/36. I've already taught you this last time. Gumawa pa tayo ng table, nagmano-mano pa tayo, so dapat alam na ninyo yung mga yon. What is the probability of having a sum of 7? Parang choppy, no? 6/36 or what?
1/6, sir.
1/6. Okay, let us see later. How about the third one? Anong sagot? Probability of having a sum of 4.
Three over 36 po, sir.
Or
13, sir.
ilan?
13 po.
1/12.
12. 13 pala yung 13.
Okay, let us see. There are 36 total possible outcomes. Bakit? 6 raised to 2. Kasi 6 yung pieces ng dice. So square natin, dalawa yung dice, 36. Okay? Sum of 2, 1/36. Tama. Very good. Ayan, pinakita ko yung mga sum. Okay, 1/6, tama. And 1/12, tama din. So, ibig sabihin, nare-recall niyo yung naaral natin last time. Nauna kong ibinigay ang mga yon kasi may connection sa aralan nating bago ngayon. Okay? Sa inaaral nating bago ngayon. Okay, next problem. Okay, empirical probability tayo. Ito yung kahulugan ng empirical probability. The likelihood of an event obtained from observations of an experiment. Okay? So kapag nag-experiment tayo, yung mga probability na nakukuha natin, pwede nating tawaging empirical probability. And the probability of an event is equal to number of times an event I occurred and the total number of observations. Sample this. A college basketball coach is trying to form a team from 45 players, no? 45 players. And each is equally qualified to play. Lahat sila qualified na maglaro. 20 sa players are freshmen, 13 are sophomore, and 12 are senior. So if we're going to add them, 20 plus 13 plus 12 is 45 nga naman. Now, if you will pick the player randomly, what is the chance that the player will be a freshman? What do you think is the answer? Class, napakasimple niyan. Ano sagot sa number
20
1?
over
20 over
45 po.
45.
20 over 45. So, tandaan ko yun. Sulat ko muna kung tumama kayo.
4/9 po.
20 over 45 or 4/9. Because both of them are divisible by 5. So, 4/9. So, 4/9. So, tandaan ko yun. How about number 2? Anong sagot?
13 over 45 po, sir.
Parang giveaway yata ito, no? Okay, how about the next one? $13 yun, no? How about yung susunod?
12 over 45.
12
45.
over 45.
Okay. Minsan, may ganyang binibigay sa licensure, giveaway yan, no? Hindi naman lahat ng tanong sa licensure examination mahirap. May mga bonus questions din. The total number of observation is 45. Okay, tama. Tama. And tama kayo lahat sa inyong mga sagot. Parang may error dito ah. Ay, hindi. Tama. Both are divisible by 3. Di natin na-reduce. So 12 over 45 or 4 over 15 because both of them are divisible by 3. Tama ba ako? Kasi pag nagbilang ka,
Opo, sir.
33, 36, 39, 42, 45. So, tama. So, yun yung mga final answers natin. So, tama kayo lahat sa mga ibinigay ninyong sagot. So, that's empirical probability. Now, let me give you another question. Yan, ito, no? Kailangan maasa kayo sa mga ganyan. Hindi ko muna agad ibibigay yung sagot, tatanungin ko kayo. Kasi ako dito, facilitator lang ninyo. In a recent poll, 2,000 people were selected to ask whether secondhand smoke is harmful. Okay? 2,000 katao ang napili at natanong kung ang secondhand smoke ba is harmful. And then 1,450 said secondhand smoke is harmful. 300 said it is not harmful. And the remainder, walang opinion. Okay? Hindi sila sumagot. Based on the result of the survey, what is the probability that the randomly selected participant believes that second-hand smoke is harmful? Nasagot. Sa number 1, anong sagot?
1,450 over 307.50 po.
Pakiulit. 1,450? Sabi, no? What is the probability that the randomly selected participant believes that secondhand smoke is harmful? Ito yun, di ba?
29 over 40 po.
29 over 40. So let me
40,
write,
opo.
okay, let me write it first, no? But how did you get 29 over 40, Jeline? Will you please explain it to your classmates?
Bali, yung numerator po kasi sir yung 1,450. Yung
Okay.
denominator naman po yung 2,000.
Okay, ano
Kasi re-reduce ko
29?
po.
29 over
40 po.
40. Isensya na, hirap magsulat sa mouse. So, 29 over 40. Okay. Tandaan nyo, no? Sabi ni Jeline, numerator is 1,450 and the denominator is 2,000. Okay, how about problem number 2? Nagsabing hindi daw harmful. What is then the result?
3 over 20 po.
3 over 20. So, basically, you did it 300 over 2,000. Tama ba ako?
100 po yung ano nila sir. Re-reduce.
Hindi ito. 300 over 2,000. So, both are divisible by 100. Tama?
Yes po.
Okay, so 3 over 20. How about the last one? What is the probability that the randomly selected participant will have no opinion about secondhand smoke?
1 over 8 po, sir.
1 over 8. So, how did you get 1 over 8, anak?
Ano po, divide by 250.
Okay.
Both,
So,
ano po?
ilan ba yung walang opinion?
250 po, sir.
250 po.
So, 250 over 2,000. And I think tumama kay lahat. Tingnan natin, no? 2,000 yung taga-observe. Correct. Correct. And you see, you can do it. Kahit na ako ay taga-kwento lang. Yan. Kaya naman pala ninyo. Ibig sabihin, naintindihan na ninyo yung concept. Kaya lang, meron talagang mga problem minsan na suntok sa buwan kung minsan kung susolve natin. So, yun kayo dapat magkaroon ng maraming experience sa pagsasolve ng different probability problems. So, fortunately, nakuha ninyo yung mga yan. Dahil madadali lang naman yung mga yan, kayang-kaya ninyo. Now, we have now the relationship between events. Occurrence of event A and event B together denoted by P, okay, probability of A and B. And occurrence of event A or event B together denoted by P of A or B. Okay? Tingnan niyo yung kaiba, no? event A and event B together, denoted by P, A, and B. And occurrence of event A or, yung kanina N, ito ngayon or. So, P of A or B yung symbol na ginagamit natin. Occurrence of event A given event B as a card denoted by P of A over B. Okay? May epekto yung isang event sa other event. Kaya A over B yan. No? Yun ang ibig sabihin dyan. May relasyon talaga. No? So we use using Venn diagram. We use Venn diagram to show the relationship between events. So ito yung mga ipapakita kong illustration. Okay. Rules of combining probabilities. Number 1, addition rule. When two events A and B are mutually exclusive, the probability that A or B will occur is the sum of probability of each event. Yan ang formula na gagamitin natin. P of A or B is equal to P of A plus P of B. So, halimbawa, naka-encounter kayo ng problem na mayroong or. Okay, black or white, ganyan. Yung mga statement na gano'n. Okay, P of A plus P of B lamang yan. Solve mo muna yung probability ng A, and then solve mo muna yung probability of B, and then you add them. Yun ang ibig sabihin ng A or B. Can you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, tandaan niyo yung rule na yan, ano? At yan yung mga illustrations natin. Okay, sa paggamit ng or, okay? Tandaan niyo lagi, no? Mutually exclusive events, A or B. So, kita nyo, makaiwalay yung dalawang bilog, no? A or B. Addition pa rin yan, no? Dito naman, yun, non-mutually exclusive. Pinag-uusapan dito, ano, no? Yan. Tingnan nyo, A or B. Di ba merong shaded dito, no? Non-mutually. Hindi sila mutual. Dito, mutual. Okay? Ito, non-mutual. So, A or B pa rin yan. Sa baba, another condition. Makakatulong sa inyo yung mga figure na yan. A and B naman. Yung pareho silang meron. Yung shaded. Dito pinag-uusapan yung outside the shaded. Nag-intersect sila eh. So, yung pinag-uusapan dito, yung kulay white. Yung walang shade, no? Dito rin yung nakakulay white. Kaya dito, A and B. Pinag-uusapan dito yung loob. Yung pareho silang meron. Diba? Tinuro ko yan sa set theory sa inyo sa Mathematics in the Modern World. So, may connection ng set theory sa probability. Okay, next. So, after ng addition rule na yan, meron pang isa. Ito yan. When two events A and B are non-mutually exclusive, the probability that A or B will occur is this. Okay, kanina, kung papasayin natin, wala yung minus. Diba? A or B pa rin yan. Okay. Okay? Mutual yan. Pag walang minus, mutual. Tandaan nyo, no? Mutual yan. Mutual. Ito. Pasino yung kaibahan? Kapag non-mutual, ito, non-mutual, sigurado, may deduction. Yan. Ililes natin yan. Kung ano yung pareho silang meron. So first, solve mo muna yung probability ng A, probability ng B, and then yung probability ng pareho silang meron na event na mag-occur. Can you follow? So that is non-mutually exclusive event. So ito yung figure. Ito, non-mutually yan. Itong kabila naman is mutual. Okay, kapag mutual, ito yung formula natin. Kapag non-mutually, ito. Ano yung mga event? Ito yung shaded portion, no? Ito yung mga event na pwedeng mangyari by both of them. Deduct natin. Okay? Are you with me? Nagigets ba ninyo? Yung explanation ni sir? Ito yung mga event na on both sides pwedeng mangyari. Deduct natin. Kapag non-mutually. Ito yon. Can you follow, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what I mean, no? Okay, next. Now, let me give you another samples. Okay, Tingnan ko yung galing nyo dito. A single six-sided die is rolled. What is the probability of rolling a 2 or a 5? Come on. Ano yan? Mutually exclusive o non-mutually exclusive?
2/6 po or 1/3.
2/6 o 1/3. Bakit? Di ba mutually exclusive yan, Jalyn? Kung i-classify mo, mutually o non-mutually? Hello? Tingnan, balikan natin yung kanina. Ayan. Ano ba yung in-apply mo dyan, Jalyn, para nakuha mo yung sagot? Anong formula? Hindi pwedeng nakuha lang natin yung tama yung sagot, no? Okay, ano yung in-apply mo dito sa dalawa, anak?
Hindi,
Pati-
sir, yung kanina lang po yung ginawa ko. Yung po sa
Ah.
probability.
Yung kanina lang. Okay. Tatanong ko sana kung alis sa dalawang yan ang yung in-apply. Pero sige, anak, pili ka sa dalawa para makuha mo yung sagot mo. Sa palagay mo, ano yung ginamit mo dyan?
Yung sa una po, sir, yung may gitna. Non-mutually po.
Non-mutually. Hindi siya mutually. Tignan nga natin. Okay, tanong ko muna. Ano ba yung probability na 2 lang ang lilitaw? Kapag rinol ko yung six-sided die.
1/6.
1/6. Correct. Eh ano ba yung probability na 5 lang ang lilitaw kapag rinol ko yung die?
1/6 din po.
May kinalaman ba yung 5 sa 2? Sa pinagawa ko?
Wala po.
Wala.
Wala.
Ngayon, kaya lang, nakalagay dito, or. Sige nga, i-add nga ninyo yung dalawa. Yung nakuha nyo sa 2 at saka nakuha sa 5. Ano sagot ninyo?
Two
2
over
over or 1/3.
1/3. Tingnan natin kung tatama tayo. Pero tingnan natin mamaya, no? Okay, a glass jar contains 1 red, 3 green, 2 blue, and 4 yellow marbles. If a single marble is chosen at random from the jar, what is the probability that it is yellow or green? Yan ang tanong. Okay, sige. Ano daw yung probability na yellow daw yan or verde? Okay.
7/10 po.
7/10 yung sagot mo. Total yan, ha? Tama ba? Yan yung total answer mo?
Yes po.
Okay, how did you get that? Yellow or green? Ilan ba yung sa yellow, anak?
4 po. Tas po yung green 3. Bali pag-a-add po, sir.
4/10 at saka 3/10. Tama ba ako? So we have 7/10. So let us see. Okay. So yung P of 2 is 1/6. Yung P of 5 is 1/6 sa number 1, no? Ito yung sa rolling of a six-sided die na 2 ang lilitaw. Probability